Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Dangerous times, don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind.
Good afternoon, everyone. Sorry for the late start today. We're only going to be able to get the one flight in we're on right now, but I plan to make it as great as always. We are flying the ToLiss A330-900 Neo. It's a relatively new aircraft out from ToLiss, and we're going to fly it out of Manila, Philippines over to Hong Kong. Not the old airport like everyone loves to go to, but to the new one. Well, the one that's there now. I mean, it's been there over 20 years. So, anyway, we are currently in the process, oddly enough, defueling. Getting it down to our fuel rate for this short hop. We're, like I said, Manila to Hong Kong. So I hope you enjoy. And, I just realized we are just not looking at a good location on it. Location, location, location. Whoa, going the wrong way with the camera never does achieve anything. All right, how about we do that? I just realized we weren't looking at anything but the poster. So let me see where, oh, we got somebody firing up on the other end. All right, that's cool. Hopefully they'll fly along with us. We're in Bravo Lima Alpha Joliet. Here it's stand 112. So, like I said, game plans to head over to Hong Kong. It's about a 2-hour flight. So, hope y'all enjoy. Cathay has a ton of these kind. The neat thing about Cathay, when I first got introduced to them, they don't have small airplanes. It's all heavies, folks. So when I first started back in the early 2000 time frame, I wanted to fly heavy. And every airline I came across, well, you got to start off in the RJs or start off in the turboprops and this, that, and came across Cathay. You start off in an A330 or an A340 or a 777 or a 747 because that's all they had, folks. Nothing but heavy iron. And to this day, I think they still are that way. Now, their sister company, Dragon Air, now they had the baby buses, the A320s and 21s. I can't remember now. But yeah, so really interesting. If you want to fly the heavy iron, folks, just head across to the Far East. Just about every airline flies them and flies them quite heavy short haul. So, especially JAL and KAL work in that corridor. All right, so without further ado, let's head into the cockpit. Let's see what we got ahead of us here. And to look at the flight, let's look at Sim Toolkit. Give us a proper briefing here. Load sheet for today, 70,620 pounds of payload. That's 321 people going from Manila over to Hong Kong. We're going to have just under 35,000 pounds of fuel. Oh, sorry for the stop and stutter. Still trying to get over this cold and still body is still kind of lethargic a little bit. So bear with me as we get through here. Taking off runway 6 here, landing 7 center. We'll take a look more when we do the weather brief. Cost index 26 and 40,000 feet where we're headed up to. Speaking of weather, here in the Vanilla land, we're sorry, folks, couldn't resist. You can kind of see, hang on, I'll go ahead and get rid of it. What looks like some pretty heavy showers, thunder showers and all east of the field. Don't know if it's coming for us or not. We'll find out over time. But currently, its winds are variable. Scattered layer at 2,300. Overcast at, wait, we just had an update. Good or bad, 170. So now the winds are out of the south at 4. You know, we'll still take runway 6, but ooh. Actually, 24 might actually be better for this one. Again, we're a direct cross, so flip a coin. Scattered layer again at 2,300. Broken at 10,000. Did we just get new weather? Looks like it went right back. I don't know. Anyway, 27 degrees and Celsius, and they're saying nothing significant. Well, that's because they usually don't stick their head out the window. Over in Hong Kong, winds are 060 at 10. You know, 9 out of 10 approaches into Hong Kong I have done on the 7s. I don't even know if I've shot a 2.5 approach. I think I might have once or twice, maybe. I mean, I used to fly in and out of here quite a bit on the sim. So, but yeah, 2.5s are just hard to find there. But 060 at 10, clear visibility okay, nothing significant. Doesn't look like it on the radar up there. and it is a balmy 20 degrees. All right, so it looks like pretty good weather ahead for us, folks. We got a little batch up here to the north, it looks like, of rain. Of course, what I was talking about here. Not sure the movement on it. We'll find out, though, won't we? All right, so let's get to work, shall we? All right, now we're somewhat cold and dark on this. Now, what I did is set it up in turnaround. So basically, what does that mean is the plane just landed, we're changing crews, we're getting ready to blast off for Hong Kong. Even though in real life, more likely the same crew would probably bring it back. I say probably, you never know. You know how dispatch and them crew schedulers can be. All right, so let's head up here. Let's make sure, okay, the batteries are on. If it's white, turn it off. Period. Pretty much how to do it. The only ones you won't get are these two, but they'll go as soon as we start the alignment. I've asked, I've not yet gotten any response. Normally we turn this on and check our CVR, but I don't know where the CVR is on this one. So we'll leave it on, and maybe someone will one day point it out to me. I'm sure it's like right in front of me, and I'm just can't see it. All right, let's head up top here, do a quick test. I use it also as a sound check. Okay, making sure things sound pretty good. Get the emergency lights set, and fuel pumps, well, we'll turn them off for now, even though they're going to come on here shortly. And we've already done the fueling. So, all right, speaking thereof, let's get the APU up and running so those 300 people can start whittling their way aboard. As soon as we get flap open, we shall proceed on. There it is. And start. Okay, working our way down. Speed brakes are down, flaps are up. We can verify flaps up is the indication right on the upper ECAM here. Yeah, you don't see anything trailing off, flaps are up. All right, we're going to give a check here. Okay, they're good. We'll set our weather radar up in the basics. Man. There we go. Now, from what I understand, yeah, this switch is not operable right now. Will be when the, hopefully soon, oh, what am I trying to say? Radar update comes in. Transponder, let's, okay, and as you can see, this is where you do it. You click ATC, go back to VHF, check everything. Okay, make sure you're good. And unfortunately, I don't know if we can change this. Oh, we can. Okay, cool. Cool. I did not know that. And we're showing TXRXRX. Okay. All right, we're ready to go. Now, like all the ToLiss, you can do your external power chocks. We'll just kind of go through your pushback if you don't have better pushback, your fuel, your ground, and the next one is de-ice over here, all your doors, your passengers, and lighting, I believe, is next. If it'll go, yeah. All right. So you have all of that still at your fingertips here. I kind of like this radio over the standard one that comes. I think this one's a lot easier to work with. Right now, it's either my mouse or X-Plane has altered clicking spots, and I'm having a whale of a time with them. I don't know how my mouse would be a problem, but hey, this is Flying with Mike. You never know. APU bleed on. Okay. All right. So with that, air conditioning panel is set. Packs are on. Air conditioning temperatures will hold there.
November 515 Hotel Juliet, departing runway 31, Harbor 1 departure, Manila.
Auto and pack flow add auto. So we're ready to go. Let's click them. Just making sure the on bat. Okay, and then as we check strobes, nav lights we set to 2, and I'm going to go ahead and just turn them on since guess what? We're having so much trouble anyway here of late. All right, emergency lights are armed, landing elevation switches in the middle pointing up, which is auto. And lighting, I think I am not going to tell you I know 100% how to set the lighting. It's a lot different. I'll just say that. All right, we've done our engine checks, fire checks, radios 1, 2, and 3 are all set. Let's get this bird ready to go on the McDo. All right, go ahead, get rid of that one. Okay, database good to January of 23rd. Good. And init. Init request. Clear, clear, clear. All right, so let's get our initialization done here. Let's go to charts, go to import from SimBrief. There's our flight on top. Okay, go to our charts. I think we're in Terminal 3. Yes. 112. Should be 1431.1. And east longitude 121.8. Perfect. All right, do our winds. And then finally, while I'm here, I go ahead, grab the weight while I'm here, make sure we kind of match. Okay, 3672. 367 decimal 3. I'm going to go ahead and round up. And our center of gravity, 27.5 to 7.5. And by the way, that's 0 fuel weight center of gravity. Make sure you put the right one in. Fuel for today, 35. Okay, and everything else looks good. All right, let's get to work on the flight plan here. Today we are flying the, well, let's take a look. They're saying runway 6 not used now. Oh, that's IVAO. Okay, what runways are they calling for departures? 24, departure 2413. Okay. All right, let's take a look. Let's try something silly here, maybe. Nope, not enough runway. So they're wanting us to go here to take off instead of down to here. We'll take 24. That's a shorter taxi. All right, and just make sure that is for jet. All right, we'll just do this one. We are going to fly the 1 Bravo. Oh. Okay, so come up here, departure 24 and cab 1 Bravo. Looks like no transitions. Insert. All right, I am just gonna step it off. Intercept Laban, Voltas, Radeg, Fonts, cab. Okay. All right, that was pretty easy. We're doing the Betty 3 Alpha arrival. Planning 7 center. Not hard to believe, folks. 20 years and now they have 3 parallel runways there. Unbelievable. Kind of shows the traffic levels there. All right, so you can kind of see what we're doing. We'll come into Betty and fly it right on to, pretty much right onto it. Okay, Hong Kong arrival. We said ILS Betty 3 Alpha, right? Yep. Limes 3 Alpha and no transitions insert. H5511 to Limes Tonic. VH710, 711, and right on into the runway. Okay, missed approach is going to take us pretty much right back to Limes. And we shoot it again, and if we're going somewhere, Guangzhou is our alternate for today. All right, pretty straightforward, isn't it, folks? Let's pull that, push that. All right. All right, alignment's about to happen, so let's look at the radio. Looks good. Go to perf, which is another fun thing here on these ToLiss birds. Go to perf over here. Click. Reset. All right, there's GPS primary. All right, let's see what kind of weather we're working with. 170 at 4. So obviously we're talking some old weather here. Outside it's 27 and that barometric pressure is 2980. Dry. We'll keep the anti-ice off. We'll flex the 11,000 foot runway and see what we get. All right, looks good to me. So what we'll do is just click uplink, fill in the gaps. 1009. We said 170. Okay, changed slightly. Okay, it's dry. Now, we'll worry about flex on the next page, so just hang on. Click takeoff data request. It'll come back here shortly. And then we're pretty much ready to go, folks. There it is. Clear. Enter. All right, now this is if we were to go toga, meaning full power, basically. We are not. Quite the contrary. We are actually going to go flex. 73. And our numbers, 142, 142, 144, seem to match up pretty good. Flaps 1 and the trim up 2.5. That all looks good. And we'll insert. All right, and that's all there is to it. Now, Blackbox711 is a Twitch streamer out there as well. He is a was, or is, I don't know how the terminology goes. I'll explain in a second, an Airbus pilot in the real world. Anyway, sorry, folks, coughing spat. You got to love them. He has a website out there that can help you with the thrust reduction, acceleration, engine out acceleration on this page. check it out. He currently, and I'm probably getting the wrong plane, I believe last I heard he's now qualified 787. So watch it be an A350. You know, my luck. But anyway, so he is real world and gives us a lot of great information. Go look it up. I'm just going to go default here, whatever the system spat out at us. And there you have it, folks. We're ready to go. Aside from a couple of things on the front control panel, we are ready to go. All right, let's turn to LS and the constraints may be on. Okay, make sure we're showing VOR, 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 everything's set. We're in managed for speed and heading, so whatever the FMCs and the avionics say, that's what we fly. Now, no ATC currently at Manila. We're going up to 40,000. Now, if ATC comes up, we'll adjust. Okay, everything else looks good. Heading, anti-skids on. 12 o'clock on our switches down here. And let's put this on flight plan. Clear. We're ready to go, folks. Let's start kicking some of this stuff away. You can do that, again, like I said, from here. First, let's come off our externals. I'm going to go ahead and kick the fuel pumps on because I always forget. Okay, come back down here. A, B. Okay, so now, page 2, 3. All right, so let's go to auto. Now, the cool thing is, while they're breaking away from the plane right now, when we land and turn off the seatbelt and the beacon, the process begins automatically. It will start bringing the luggage loader in the rear, then the front door, then the luggage loader in the front, getting things ready to unload. And I think that's pretty cool that they've gone to that level. And there goes all the baggage stores. And we'll just take a quick gander. Other than chocks, we are ready to go. Hope you all are ready, and let's get ready to fly with Mike. Just doing a quick rundown, making sure I didn't forget anything. All right, I think we're good. What is our aircraft temperature cabin-wise? Oh, that's not bad. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and close that main door up. And let's get our friend from Better Pushback here.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
Let's see. How about right here?
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Okay. All right, just waiting for her to tell us release the brakes. So I hope you all have had a wonderful week.
All doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Cleared to connect. Face us west, please. Hope you all have had a great week. Hope you're looking forward to this new year. Hope it brings a much better year than last year to you. I know this much. Might be some extra streams over the weekend, folks. A lot of snow being talked about for St. Louis. We'll see what really transpires. But yeah, they're putting some hefty numbers out there. Kind of the numbers you would expect up in places like Duluth. It still has a tall bridge that...
Connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
All right, let's get going. Brake off.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
All right, with that call for start, all we got to do, I am going to first, beacons on, seatbelts on, here we dash around. Okay, got our pressure. N3. Wow. Holy mackerel. All right, we got a light off. All right, we're just about ready to get underway to Hong Kong. All right, while we're waiting on the engine to spool here, folks, oh, just finished up. Let's go ahead, turn on number 2. Or number 1, my bad. All right, a little bit about me. I've been streaming, well, actually, I've been on flight simulators since the late 90s. 98, 99 is when I think I first took up the hobby again.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
So I've had the awesome experience of going through a lot of different sims. Hang on. Anyway, I thought my wife needed me to be quiet for a phone call. Anyway, so I've been around flight simming since the late 90s. Started with either 98 or 2000 and progressed my way up to FSX like everyone. FSX is when things got kind of interesting in flight simming. It was the 13-year gap before the next sim would come out. And I did not stick with Microsoft. I'd had enough of them and their shenanigans corporately. So I left, went to X-Plane, and I'll be honest, it's been a much, much better experience. And I think their dynamics, everything to X-Plane is superior. So I'll stick with them. Now, you all stick with who you want. I'm not here to sell X-Plane. If I am, Austin, we need to negotiate some compensation. And I don't think that's going to happen. So,
Tower disconnected. And
but
bypass
anyway,
pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you
so
next
that's
time,
why
and
I'm
have
on
fun up there.
X-Plane and not continued on with that other trade business. I started streaming back in 2020. As we all know, the famous COVID year, years, I should say, and have not stopped since. And I really hope y'all enjoy. I hope things have gotten better here. There's the pens, by the way. And I try to do, as I haven't of late done a lot of cold dark startups. And by cold dark, let's define that. I usually do not take an airplane all the way from cold all the way to fire up. I usually do it from a turnaround position. Honestly, you're only missing out on the battery, standby power on some planes, and that's about it. A couple of other little things, but let's be honest, that's all you're really missing out on. So usually it's from a turnaround to taxi and takeoff. Hey, speaking Duluth Fly, welcome aboard. Guess what? You're my first stream to watch on my new computer. Yeah, we saw that in the camera there. Something floating in the bay there. That's awesome. Thank you, sir. All right, let's get this bird ready for taxi. APU bleed, that's up on the top here. Turn that off. Come down here, we'll arm up spoilers. That is awesome. Glad to hear you got it up and going. We expect to see flawless streams and flights here from now on out of you there, Duluth. He too is a streamer and one of our moderators here. So now we're going to put the pressure on you. Think the guy can handle it.
Weird drawing of a fish. What? You kind of weird. Who was this? Busta. Busta.
Oh, sorry, folks. Still having them fun coughing spits. All right, so we got that. Anything else before? Oh, yeah, we got to come down here, set our trim. Now, the cool thing about this plane, a lot of times it sets it for you. So we don't have to go there, but we still should check. Not fuel. How about that one? See, 2.5. Actually, it says 2.6. So I'm glad we checked. And we're going for up 2.5. Okay. Now, a lot of times while I'm here, makes sense to just check our flight controls since we've got the screen there. And if you have the Logitech or Saytech system, sometimes it helps to, you know, do as if you're resetting them. And it just seems to help, at least me at least. And that could all be just in my mind, you know. And you're always just making sure they come back to center. Okay, timer on. Brake set to max and takeoff config check. Looks good. All right, we'll get the weather radar and predictive wind shear on. Terrain on the other, and we're ready to taxi. Manila traffic, Cathay 164 heavy, taxi to runway 24. Break off. Deselect controls. I said deselect. Thank you. And we're on. And you know what? I am going to hit the brakes real quick. I did forget something. All right, we are back in the air with Mac Air. Oh, my nose and my cough. Boy, I cannot wait till those are all fixed. Okay, taxi out. All right, we'll head on down. Ease on down the road. Actually, we can just continue straight to Charlie. Is that Charlie? I'm guessing that's Charlie. Now, many ask me, why don't I tell you how I'm getting to the taxiway? If you can't see this big plane on VATSIM, you're not connected right. It's one thing if you're a little Cessna and all you got to do is say a Cessna 172. That's it. But ultimately, there's no need for it on Unicom. It really just ties up the channel that maybe someone is on an approach that's trying to tell you he's going to land on top of you. But because you keep blah, 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 but I'm going to turn blah, blah, but then I'm going to go up this taxiway, down this taxiway, and over to this taxiway, and then maybe flip the plane upside down on this taxiway before I get over to that taxiway. He's already landed on top of you. At least that's what I'd be. The only time you need to state your route is when ground or tower says taxi via this, that, and the other, so they know that you know this, that, and the other. I love overshooting. All right. And I also love not having my taxi lights on. That's why y'all couldn't see me. Going out in stealth. Okay, final checks here. Now, I do not see Duluth out here in his aeroplane. That's okay. We're appreciative of you at least watching, moderating for us. We always appreciate that. Along with the rest of you, we got a pretty good gang here today. So I think some new call signs in there I haven't seen before. Or if I have, sorry, call it age. You know, a lot of people like to call me an old fart. I'm still not at the age God has put stink to the old yet. Although, my wife might argue that one. Y'all ready to take to the air? Let's do it. Manila traffic, Cathay 164 heavy departing 24. We just make sure nobody out there, and nobody coming the opposite way. Here we go. Lights. Why did that come off? Looks like we're gonna have to hit the brakes here. Okay, I think we're ready to go. Weather radar's on. Let's go. Oh, wait, no, we're not ready to go. Stand by. Okay, I think we're now ready to go. Chrono on. Flex. Airspeed's alive. There's 80. Blue SRS runway green. Blue climb nav good. 120. Let's call V1. Positive rate, gear up. you will find just about every Airbus out there is really easy to fly. Thousand feet, autopilot on. Thrust climb. Two reasons. One, it's a very simple stick. You're not taking it fully through to set things. Here, you're just going to notches. And then the auto engine controllers take over from there. I really kind of like that. You find that on corporate jets a lot. It's really, I think, simplifies things a lot. I know some of you like to feel that thing all the way mashed. Go fly a fighter then. So, but yeah, I really like the automations of good old Airbus. Okay, let's disarm the spoilers. Flaps coming up. I can't remember if I re-disabled the boats or not. I think I did. I really like that. I wish my system could handle it, but I really liked having all the boats. I still wish Laminar and company would find a way to make a slider for the percentage of boats and all out there. Same with their AI traffic for aircraft. And then I would love to give it a try with AI and see how that all works out. But last time I put AI aircraft on here, my frame rates didn't hold well. So that's why I say sometimes a slider might help out on that. And you all may have tried that and said, nope, poo-poo on that, don't work. And I get it. I ain't the smartest person in the line. All right, now the reason I left the timer on here on takeoff, a lot of your departure clearances are going to say 10 minutes after departure, climb to this flight level, this level, cruise, depends where you're at. So you're going to get an idea, and usually you climb up to 3 to 5 to 7,000, and you're supposed to stay there, folks, until 10 minutes. Now, the one thing I haven't ever gotten fully abreast of is, do we need to call for climb? We listened yesterday, and ooh, somebody got in a lot of trouble for step climbing without permission. Ooh. Thankfully, it wasn't this guy. But yeah, woo. Not cool. That was just, oh man, that was a tough run into Houston yesterday. But anyway, I just happened to look over here. Nick Gressla followed us yesterday. I don't think I acknowledged you, or maybe I did, and I just, hey, that old thing coming back. Hey, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. Studio Canuck as well. And appreciate y'all coming aboard and I do know we talked welcome to board Drama 1-1, who I believe I actually know who that is. And I'm glad to have you aboard, sir. All of you aboard. May not know you out here in the sim world that much, but glad everyone's here. Okay, come on. Come on, play nicely. There it goes. Really? You're going to play that game with me? Okay, there we go. Okay, we're through 10,000. So I hope y'all had a wonderful couple of weeks there at the end of the year for Christmas and New Year. And hope, like I said at the beginning, y'all have a better 2025 than maybe your 2024 went. So we're on our way, headed to Hong Kong. Hong Kong Phooey. Yeah, I guess I'm one of those weirdos that watched those weird cartoons as a kid. Or maybe you all just never heard of it. That could be too, because of how old I am. All right, hour and 30 minutes to our destination. Enjoy, folks. All right, folks, and I don't do this often, but I have opened up for the subscribers chat room in Discord, and love to meet and greet you. Also, well, actually, no, it's in the private broadcast. I do plan a subscriber-only chat here soon. We've got it set up. We're just not using it at the moment. However, feel free. Let me know you're there, either in the chat here in the stream or in some way there so I know you're here. And if I need to, I can pull you into the broadcast area. But hope to meet and greet some of y'all. Welcome and enjoy about the hour and 30 or so minutes to Hong Kong. All right, we're going to go ahead, kill the wing lights, and continue our climb to 40,000. Enjoy, folks. Hello, sir. Happy New Year, OP Wolf Mod. Hope you're having a good one. Welcome aboard, sir. Headed to Hong Kong. Well, I wish you a great new year and hope it's the best that it can be for you. Oh, I'd just be happy to get rid of this cold. Actually, this is a real world flight. Cathay does fly it, so does Cebu Pacific. I don't know if Philippine Air does. They probably do, but I'm going to leave it in the probably category. I don't remember them off the top of my head. But Cathay does this routinely. Little 2-3 hour jaunt in their A330s. Now, just a little scheduling information for you. Tomorrow will only be one flight, and I'm trying to decide which one. They're both about the same amount in length, so I'm just debating which flight goes. Today may only be one flight. We'll see how things go since I got such a late start, but we'll try for both. And how much my body can take. Well, at least they don't look like Borg cubes over there. If you're not familiar with the Borg, Star Trek Next Generation. Boy, I'll tell you, if you ever get a chance, there should be a video out there. Berlin to Amsterdam. Oh my gosh, those clouds look so much like Borg cubes. It was scary. And oh, got into them. Just as scary too. That was some pretty intense turbulence, let's put it that way. All right, so we'll continue on, folks, and we'll kind of remain a little quiet here. Let y'all hear the music, enjoy the flight, and we'll be back with you here shortly. Sorry, folks, have to break in. Wow. We're expecting some pretty hefty weather coming in here Saturday night, Sunday, Monday. And the area has just been put under a winter storm watch. And I think the storm that's supposed to be hitting St. Louis is just coming on shore in the Pacific Northwest. I could be off, but yeah, we're under it, and it's for a couple of days, so it's not like it's it's gonna be a couple of flakes and we're gone. It's a couple of day long. We've seen numbers between 10 inches, 20 inches. One of her co-workers reported to her. It's snowmageddon coming, folks. It's just total Armageddon with snow. But I see OP Wolfbod loves Star Trek too. Yeah, the Borg. We're here to assimilate you. All right, one of the neat things about the A339 that I'd be remiss in not talking about. We've talked about the interesting radio management system here. Down here on our lower FMs or McDo, we have the ability to show what traffic is showing up on our screen here. So this aircraft right here is CSA 84 Yankee. That's their call sign. So if you were to go to pick your service, I'm going to use VATSIM. We will see that it's a 777 Whiskey, which is a 300, out of Dubai for Taipei. Little off course, but I don't think that's the way the arrivals work. But hey, I could be wrong. I'm not in the cockpit, so it's not me. Resistance is futile. That is correct. Correct. All right, so just so you know, that is one of the neat things I like about this thing, that you can actually see the what's it, ADSB information down on that screen. Plus, it shows as an airplane, not as a diamond like we normally see. So, and you can set that all up. The other cool thing, and now spread through the ToLiss fleet, is the ability to the ISCS, which is the interactive software control system. Basically is what you do to set things up. It's right here. So you don't have to go up here and pull up the big monster that looks like that. You can do it right from here on the screen. He says that, and now there it goes. And all of its functionality is right there, folks. All of it. You can set your settings up, everything. So I, applaud ToLiss for that. Click, 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 click. There we go. Really well done. Let's go to the Av tab. This is a free module, folks, for the plugins. And it gives you a whole world of information. You can tie in your nav graph. You can tie in, charts, which would be like what I use it for, checklists. Trekkie for many years. Oh, I'll bet. I bet you have been. A lot of people are. You're either Star Wars or you're Star Trek. Very few both. But anyway, you've got a whole list of things here. I like to go to map. Of course, we're out over the water, so really there isn't anything to see. and I'll set it up for landing right now. But yeah, oh yeah, Trekkie, oh yeah. I've been one for quite a while too. Yeah, I actually got to see a few episodes when they first aired, way back when, of the original Star Trek. Before we called them reruns. Star Trek, I think, at least story-wise, movie-wise, kept me more awake in theaters. Star Wars had a habit of putting me to sleep. We get that initial, oh yeah, that all movies like to do, get you involved, get you, hyped up and going. And then it's story time, and then it's la-la time for me. And then we get closer to the end, it starts hyping back up, and I wake back up. That's Star Wars. I don't think there was a Star Trek that did that to me. I could be wrong. Now, not to say the next generation episodes might do that. Movie-wise, I don't know of any, but they could have. It's been a while since I've actually sat and watched one. You're half a century old. Well, I still got you by a few. Coming on 60 this year. All right, we're back out of the ads according to Saribot. I get it. Half century old. Still got you by a little. Coming up on 60 this year. Boy, a lot of things. A lot of things happened in those years. But I look back at my grandfather. What they experienced, not only being the greatest generation. Holy mackerel. They saw us go from horse and buggy and flight to the moon and everything else. So, just amazing. And what I've seen in 60 years, I can honestly say it's also been amazing. Wow. What a life. Good and bad. I've seen good and bad. So just not the dynamics that my grandfather saw of the great generation. I mean, literally saw the airplane fly and also saw us land on the moon. We did that all, folks, in less than 100 years. What took us, we'll just say from the birth of Christ, 2,000 years, took us 100 years to get, 2,000 years to get into flight. It took us 100 years to get to the moon. Actually, less than. Just blows your mind away how technology exploded last century and continues to explode. There are things, folks, medically that I just shake my head at and go, really? I'm waiting one day, Dr. McCoy, to walk in with his little to tell you exactly what's wrong with you. All right. But like I said, those of us here in St. Louis, watch out. Snowmageddon. Armageddon with nothing but snow coming at us. Get your French toast supplies. Rush out there. Get your bread, your eggs, your milk. God forbid you can't make French toast during that time frame. Right. Now, on the nav display, you find this on the Airbuses, but not anything else. The equal time point, ETP. That just basically telling you it is the same amount of time to go back to Manila as it is to continue on to our destination of Hong Kong. So it's just a neat, nice little thing on there to me. Now, probably means more to real pilots, but to me, hey, that's just something. Okay, if something happens, it's the same amount of time back to where we started, or do I just continue on? All right, folks, I'll be right back. All right, folks, back with you. Sorry about that. Needed to use the restroom before landing. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, we've got a really wild winter starting off here. Let's see here if I got any emails. Nope. Actually, let me tune in here. I see CVW20 went live. Let me see if we can't. If he's even still out there. Oh, he's offline already. Okay, well, I had a feeling. All right, well, we'll continue on, folks. We're not far out. That is for sure. 120 miles top of descent. So let's bring up some charts real quick. Let y'all see what we have planned. The Betty arrival. Bio brakes. Ah, y'all want to learn something, huh? Well, let me pull the charts away and I'll get them set up here in the meantime. Well, real quick, you're with Flying with Mike. We are and have been in the flight sim community since the late 90s. Well over 25, pushing 26, 27 years. Started in the world of FS 98 or 2000. Never can remember which one. But all of them from then up to FSX, like everybody. I still, to this day, state that the Century of Flight was and still is the best they ever made. You can squivel it over eye candy, but overall flight dynamics, I think that was their best. In that ensuing 13 years of no sims out of them, for a lot of reasons, I finally left FSX and came over to X-Plane 11, and I have no intentions of going back or to anything else of that brand. I enjoy X-Plane 11 and now X-Plane 12. We still dabble in 11. So started streaming in 2020 in COVID, like a lot of people, and I've been at it ever since. So I hope y'all enjoy, and we've got about 100 miles to we start coming down. All right, real quick here as we close in, we are coming up to NOMAN. We're going to be flying the Betty 3 arrival. It's pretty simple to Limes, Mango at 13,000 HS, and then or HH 511. Limes between 3 and 6. Expect us pretty close to 3. I like being at the bottom numbers. And we're going to probably be at 210, if not slowing to 180. It really helps in the transition onto whichever runway you're headed for. Oddly enough, when I started flight simming back in the late 90s, Kai Tak was still in operation, the other Hong Kong airport. That airport no longer exists in any form. It's a shopping mall today. At last I checked, and it may be transforming again. They were just at the turn of the century moving to the new Hong Kong airport. Anyone who has of late shot approaches into Kai Tak understands why they had to move it. There were some mishaps. Thankfully, not too bad. They've had them, but they could have been a lot worse. And now out at the new airport, it's just holy mackerel. That thing just keeps expanding. And so you'll get that here in a second. We are planning runway 7 center. Those of you that started when I did, you're like, what? It's only right and left. That's right. They've built another runway and a lot more terminal. It's a very busy airport, folks. Very busy. Both cargo and passenger. To the point that UPS and FedEx have actually moved to different airports because it's easier to get in, get out. Not to say they're not that busy, but it's a little easier than getting into Hong Kong. It's quite amazing to see what's gone on down there. It just always amazes me. So after we hit Limes, we're going to go to 7 Charlie. So Limes to Tonic, 180, 2000, and then 1700 again at 180, slowing up to landing speed. So pretty simple. Now, those of you that'll need to set, it's 109.3, approach course 74 degrees. It's 711. We will need to be at 1600 feet. Boy, that could have been interesting if the altitude, oh man. Anyway, not many 711s left out there, so 1517 feet off the ground. All right, there's your descent profile. Minimums 200 and 800 meters. So 200 feet above the ground, 800 meters of visibility. And then once we're on the ground, my preferment is probably this wing or here, but you know, I might just say, let's go to the north. What the heck? So there you have it, folks, the new Hong Kong airport. You can just see the cargo exploding here. This used to be it right here. Now it's up in here too. And this is Cathay City. It's an unbelievable airport, folks. What's happened in the last 25 years, it is just a magic. A bio break. Gotcha. Sorry, took it literally. That's kind of literal too. All right, we are now 70 miles out. Hang on here. Weather into Hong Kong. Okay, no ATC. All right, let's do a reset. Okay, so we're not up to date. As of 15 minutes ago, it's 060. What the heck? Why are screens locked up? There we go. 060 at 6. Temperature 18. 3009 works for me. Visibility clear. Visibility or clear. Visibility okay. Nothing significant. Let's compute. All right, we'll go with it. Brakes low. Looks like we're gonna need about 5,800 feet of runway. Cool, works for me. Oh, excuse me. All right, we're going to go ahead and turn the music off so in case I forget, we don't have that in the background. 1009, I believe. One's a 19. Now, if you wanted to put it in inches, just make sure you put it with the decimal. Temperature here is a balmy 18. And the wind 060. Whoop. Six. All right, and we said minimums for the approach. Let's do 222. And what that is what it would read on the altimeter as we're coming in. All right, top of descent, staring us down at about 50 miles or so. And let's hit perf. Just under it. I'll be right back, folks. Got to make a run for the coffee. All right, most important fluid on the airplane, pilot having coffee. All right, get your predictions in, folks. We'll be putting the message out about 10 minutes out as well. Predictions in. Oh, this cough. But we got a pretty good stream going here, folks. Hope you all enjoy the arrival. and ought to be fun. Looks like weather is pretty decent, clear visibility okay, so let's get ready to come on in. Not used to this in Hong Kong, but that's okay. We'll take it. Lack of traffic. Give it a few, about an hour or two, and I'll bet it heats up here. Not because those in the Hong Kong Far East area are waking up. No. It's those of us from the West coming in. And a lot of controllers come up from the West and we interact through here, so. All right, top of descent now 20 miles out. So let's go ahead, set it. We said Mango is 13,000. So let's set that. Now I got a question for those of you out there that use VATSIM. Yeah, you didn't know you'd be tested today. How many of you like auto ATC? Show of hands. Not many hands up. No, I'm not a big fan of it. It's been used in the US and I'm just not a fan of it. I don't mind the giving of the squawk codes and stuff, but when it comes down to telling you to descend and this, now be it, they're not a controlling authority. I just think that's a little ridiculous. Just me. But what do you all think? There we go. Ooh. There we go. Anyway, I'm just kind of curious. This is just an informal. This is just me kind of curious what those of us that are on VATSIM that deal with them. I'm just not a big fan of it. I'm just curious what you all think. I get it. Some people don't know when do we need to descend, even though the airplane's telling you when, and so forth. But just thought I'd ask. All right, we're back. Yeah, Duluth, I just kind of held there, Duluth, with the ads running. Um, I mean, does it hurt the flight at all? No. It's just an annoyance to me. Um, prefer VATSIM controller? Yes. In some instances, what we had to start with in Houston, no. That's usually why people get scared away from using VATSIM. Um, and there are other areas just like it where the controller is, oh my gosh, either just having a bad day or always having a bad day, because some of them are just ridiculously horrible. Um, but in the real world, you run into that too. So, but it's nice to see you there, Duluth, out from the insides of the innards of your new computer. Um, hopefully, it is what everything you wanted in a computer. God help us if he can launch nuclear missiles. Global warfare, global thermal nuclear war. Oh, not again. Oh, no. Give you time, you will be able to. That's awesome. How'd that go? We have the technology. We can rebuild him. Only for $6 million. All right, Betty is on the nav display, so we're getting close. And just a reminder to those of you who do use VATSIM, be mindful when you're in the US, Canada, the Caribbean, Mexico, and I don't know of any other areas off the top of my head yet. That CTAF is now the way of the land. So make sure you do that .CTAF to get the common traffic advisory frequency for the airport you're going into. And don't be shocked if you don't go to it and you start seeing aircraft moving around and go, why can't I hear them? Well, I gave you a reason why. All right, let's see. We are set up down here. All right, somebody's coming out towards us. HKE 820. Love this ADS-B display down here. All right, we're headed for Mango at 13,280 knots. And as you can tell, we're pretty slow right now. The HKE aircraft is headed to Naha. Naha. A320 ahead of us. All right, got the seatbelts on. About 15 minutes out, folks. Yeah, not a lot goes on when you fly out here in the Far East like this. A lot of water to cover, a lot of nothing out there. But I'm kind of curious of late. And X-planers, you're going to have to see if I'm being delusional. Yeah, I already know the answer. Did they change the clouds again? Because they look more flat again. I don't know. I just got this feeling they changed things on us. They I'm gonna check something here real quick. No, well, cloud quality hasn't changed. Okay. I thought maybe I set my cloud quality down a lot further. But again, feel free. Love to chat with y'all. We are in the private Discord channel, voice channel, and love to meet and greet you, see where y'all are from, and what what kind of what you all do.
Papa Mike.
What is up? Ask
I
and he shall receive.
is here.
Did you finally pull yourself out of your computer, close it back
No,
up, and try it out?
no, I'm not done yet. I'm still trying to. The reason I'm rebuilding OBS is because because I stupidly enough forgot to copy and I forgot to put everything on a flash drive, and just port forward it over here. So I'm just saying, screw it. I just build it from fresh. That way I don't have a mess in it. Then I don't have a mess.
Cool. So how is it otherwise?
It's good so far. Me likey long time.
Got the jumper cables hooked up to it and it's all powered up nicely?
Yeah, it took a couple
Yeah.
jolts, but it worked.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, what was your question about AT? What was you were talking about something like you were
Like
asking a
auto
question.
ATC?
Yeah. Oops. Hold
What do you
on.
think of it?
Yeah. I'm on the fence about it. I tried it out last night. And I was just like,
Well, you don't get to try it out. It's when ATC isn't there in some areas, it takes care of it for them.
that. I thought you meant built-in ATC.
Oh no, the
Uh,
built-in, that's something
that's a
spectacular.
Yeah, I like that. That's really cool. But the auto ATC, I could I mean, honestly, I like it because if I'm just sitting there kind of like twiddling my thumbs and I hear the beep beep beep, it kind of wakes me up a little bit and tells me that I got to be sent to say 24,000 feet to be at blah blah blah. So, and then it kind of just and if you just leave it alone, it kind of coaxes you down a little bit as you go, and it's like having really it's like having it's not as I mean, yes, I agree. It's not all together the same as having a VATSIM controller, but at the same time, I think it's somewhat useful to have it there because if you're not gonna like, I don't know, if you're not gonna have it, if you're not gonna, how can I say this? Yeah, if you're on via VATSIM and you're on VATSIM, oops, and you're not paying attention, some people are just be like cruising on there, and
Hmm.
they'll literally pass. Like I've seen people, and you've seen this
Oh
too.
yeah, but they fall asleep.
They either fall asleep or they're just not there, and they keep going and going and going and going.
They fell
So
asleep.
yeah, I think it's funny. It's actually kind of funny.
Yeah, I've
Uh,
done that a couple times, so on
yeah, I
my
think we all
super
have.
long hauls.
Yeah. Oops. So yeah, I'm slowly putting together my.
I was curious if you put together a flight yet on it.
I have not. I am working on it. It's
Ah,
gonna be my first. It's gonna be my first adventure. I'm just putting together my snit and sninola. And so putting together my live stream, my live scene right now. Oh, I forgot. Okay. Here's my question to you. You do Elevatex. I know that, and
yep.
I have that ridiculous subscription to Volanta.
Yep.
I'm thinking about switching over to
Sim Toolkit.
uh, Sim Toolkit now that I have a faster and better computer. What
Well,
would you
it would have been better for you on Volant than Volanta because of the payware factor.
Right, I agree.
But yeah, I can help you out with Sim Toolkit to a point. It's been a long time since I set it up.
Well, the person that could really hit me up, I could really head up to work on that would be Bad Attitude because he lives and breathes with that. So, but
I mean, I
yeah,
do too, but I don't set it up every day.
no, yeah, I get it.
Unlike you, that goes through and sets things up to just keep it fresh in your mind.
Yeah, basically, you're not lying. Oops.
Well, thank you, Wolf Mod. Appreciate it. Yeah, um, it's just something that means a lot to me, and to help spread a little bit of the knowledge of the Bible. I put that Bible verse out there every day. It'll be a different one tomorrow. Sometimes can be a challenge finding that verse, but that
Yeah,
right verse.
I was gonna ask you, how do you just do like do you have a way of like a random Bible verse of the day type like I don't know
What
type
I do,
yeah
there's a hashtag out there, verse of the day.
uh-huh
I look at it.
okay
And if it's something I like, I might go with it. Otherwise,
okay
if you Googled it, you might get one from you version, which I'm actually subscribed to.
mm-hmm
And I get that one daily, and that one's usually pretty good. They've just been pretty long here of late.
okay
Try to keep it as short as possible. And then my daily devotions help out too,
okay
in finding verses. I guess I need to start slowing this pig up. Um, but then I just go into Canva and, put it in wherever
yeah
looks good on the poster.
well that's fair. Yeah, I used to have joke of the day, and people got mad at me. I was like, "Why? You dumb." Whatever.
Well, I mean, there's some people that don't like the verse of the day, but
Well, that's their problem.
exactly. And I just put it up there. I don't
I
go
mean,
through a devotion every day like I did for a while. They're actually hard to come up and make.
oh yeah.
It is challenging, and
Hmm.
I want to be as accurate as possible. And I think I was missing on a few cylinders. So,
Oh really?
and I don't want to. Hang on a second. There
Yep.
we go. My altimeter was being a pain in the butt.
Ah.
I truly think my mouse is in trouble.
Let me spell my name right. There we go. There's two T's in my name, not one.
Well, again, thank you, OpWolfMod, for that. I sure appreciate it. You can definitely guarantee it will be sticking around. It's been around, I don't know, better part of all of my streams. We varied slightly by adding a devotion to it every now and then, but like I said, those can get a little bit more difficult.
Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. I've only done 15 completed flights on Sim Toolkit. And actually, I'm gonna see. Now I don't know if I told you, but I got mine as this is a i7 with a RTX 4060.
Cool.
Yeah. So. And yeah. So. Going a lot quicker than I assumed it would, which is fine. It's fine. It's fine.
All right, here we go. Setting up.
Wait, are you on VATSIM?
Yes, I am. Getting ready to come into Hong Kongy.
Hong Kong. Oh, God.
Hong Kong Fooey.
Oh, my God.
Loved that cartoon as a kid.
Oh, yeah.
When cartoons could be cartoons.
Mm-hmm. Totally agree with that.
All right, time to get focused in here and try and get this bird on the ground. LS. Constraints. Double check. We're looking for IZSC. Got that. 1093. Okay. Let's go. Constraints. S. All right. Oh, we got another one coming out. Who is that? I think it's another HKE. Oh, wow. 2 on the ground and 1 in the air. Wow.
There you go.
ADSB, it's looking good on here. I love that. All right, limes. We're going to go ahead and begin to slow down. All right, let's slow up to 220. Now, there is a great video out there if you're curious how Hong Kong works in the real world. Now, granted, it be dated, but it was Polar Operations, Air Canada, and it actually followed an Air Canada flight from Toronto all the way into Hong Kong several years ago. Great dispatch feature in the beginning of it. But it kind of showed you how, for that day, that flight, how the controllers sequenced in a 777. And the speeds they got it down to. You got to realize, like I said, folks, this is a very busy airport. It has just, in 25 years, exploded even more in traffic in the real world. In VATSIM, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I said even in VATSIM, it has actually exploded. So they have a lot of traffic in and out of here. Now, granted, many want to shoot the checkerboard approach for the old airport. That's no longer there, actually. So get ready for a treat. We're not going to Kai Tak, but who knows in the future.
No, what I was gonna say is, you said that mall, that airport is now got turned into a mall.
A mall, or it may now be a whole line of apartments.
I think the apartments would be more feasible.
Well, it's gone through a couple changes, but it definitely, when they shut it down, it was shut down.
Mm-hmm.
There was no reopening it. Kind of like what they did to Meg's.
Oh, really?
That was a shame that that mayor isn't in jail.
Mm.
Okay. All right, we're all set up. All right, the airport will be off to the right there, folks. All we got to do is just try to get this thing to slow up now. Okay, brakes are set, flaps are at 1, going to 2. Hong Kong traffic, Cathay 164 heavy, over Tonic, inbound 7 center. Oh, sorry about that, folks. Try not to cough in your ears as much as I can. Okay, approach 140. All right, we're set up for the ILS, but I've got the runway in sight. And they do have the new runway here. All right, so here we go. Here we go for the localizer. Look at that runway staring us down. Oh, my nose, my cough. Oh. Okay, gear down, brakes set, flaps full, spoilers armed. We're taking over. Okay, a little bit of a wind out of the north. Little high. Hong Kong traffic, Cathay 164 heavy, about a 3-mile final for 7 Center. Landing.
Minimum.
Welcome to Hong Kong, folks. And we'll take this high speed right here. Hong Kong traffic, Cathay 164 heavy off 7 Center to the terminal. I think we'll park on this side. All right, always love coming in here. All right, welcome again to Hong Kong. Quick check, flaps indeed are up. Let's go to menu. Oh, I did not know I could just do what I did.
What'd you do?
You can, on this radio system, the TCAS, you can change it right here from standby to normal
Oh,
or to TA right there. You don't have to open it up.
there you go. Learn something new.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nifty, nifty, nifty.
Nifty, darling. Absolutely nifty.
All right, so we're in. Everything's off. How the wheels look like they're doing fine.
You sure they're not about to fall off?
Oh, let's see here. Oh, they're actually nice and cool. I actually did my job. Cool. All right, we are on the ground. Let's turn that beacon off and let the brigades come in and start servicing the plane. I still haven't gotten to a place where both jetways work.
They work in LA.
I haven't gotten into one of those gates yet, so I'll have to work to the Bradley so I get there. All right, so you can see that all does happen. All right, we're here, folks, and let's see what Millennium got us at. Ooh, I don't know. Duluth, did you pick 34 feet a minute?
No, you know what I picked. 69 or 420, but I'll take it.
That's what Millennium got us at, 34 feet a minute.
Jeez, that's not bad.
They're usually pretty good. I mean, they're usually nice to us.
Yeah.
All right, Elevatech. How bad are they going to beat us up? $390 feet a minute. Really? I don't think so. But can't argue. Why is that one red? I wonder.
You can argue. Trust me.
Why is that one red? I wonder. Huh. Interesting. All right, now the official one we go by, folks, Sim Toolkit. Let me pull the overlay off. Let's see just what they got us at. It didn't look too bad. 240 feet a minute, 140 knots. That feels more like it. I felt like we hit that runway nice and easy. But that's what I get for thinking. Let's complete the flight and take a look at the complete data on this landing. This is what Volanta doesn't give you, nor Elevatech. Click the flight. Okay, you're going to get a quick summary. This is what it looked like. Nice, straight, normal airline flight. All right, so 2 hours en route, 600 nautical miles, 9,100 kilograms of fuel, and there's our metrics. This is what you would be used to at Volanta. Sim Toolkit steps it up a notch. Oh, they show us on a runway under construction. Which is true. This runway has been redone. So that's why it's showing you this way. However, we did land 1,600 feet roughly down the runway. That's actually really good. 21 feet off the center line. That is problematic. Wish we could have gotten that better. Usually, yeah, you can. No, you can't because it's a displace. They've added runway to it. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. It's actually longer than before. And there's the up and coming new runway. I'm going to see this cargo area. Holy mackerel. Oh, what's beeping? Brakes? I had the fan on and you said they were fine. I tell you. Okay, we'll chalk the aircraft. He says cautiously.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there we go. All right. Brakes are off, so in case they are still hot, they're taken care of. Sorry about that, folks. So, but anyway, you get a good feel of where you landed, plus you can see your airport. But again, they have been redoing 7 Center. It is open now. So, picture needs to be redone at Leaflet. But over here is your metrics. Again, really helps you out if you're really trying to improve. Gives you an idea what your pitch was when you landed, your aircraft's wing roll, and so forth. So it really does help. The critical things though, and the toughest things, 20 feet or lower is when you should pull that nose up slightly. I blow that every time, folks. So, but we're trying. Nonetheless, we're trying. All right. Well, as I said, this will be the only flight today. I'm gonna just try to keep things where I take it easy. However, you know what? We haven't done this in a while.
You're scaring me now. We haven't done this in a while.
We haven't rewound the flight in a while.
Oh, there you go. Think about that.
Let's take a look here. So I'm going to go ahead, play the closeout music, and hope you all enjoy as we take a look at the landing one more time.
Hey, hey, Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year.
Happy.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Fair to partly cloudy.
With a chance of snow.
We got our Sunday.
Oh boy.
Anywhere between, well, let's see, I've heard 5 inches. I've heard 20 inches.
We're,
Good Lord.
yeah, we're supposed to be getting a lot of it. Have you ever landed at I think it's like VPQR or V?
You talking about Paro?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have. It's not fun. It's a heck of a challenge.
Yeah, I just downloaded the airport fort on X-Plane Store.
I don't fly it enough to download it, so I just use default. Here we go. Repeat of the landing.
I heard there's no planes that are allowed to land there at nighttime.
Shoot the approach, you'll learn. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. That is not for 300 feet a minute there, Elevatech. Let's look at that one more time. That is actually a really good landing. Wow. I really like that. All right, we're going to take a look from the one vantage point that's always a good landing.
The Hawker landing shot?
The tower.
Oh.
You can't ever have a bad landing unless you blow the landing gear off. You know, we do need to do the Hawker shot.
We do. If Hawker was here, he'd agree.
All right, well, there you have it. This looks like a very nice landing, folks. Of course, we're going to look at how the passengers felt as we go over Cathay City and the new cargo area there. Oh my goodness, there's not even wing flex. Oh Lord, that was a great landing. All right, folks, I hope you all have a great night. And we'll be back at it tomorrow. Can't really tell you what I'm going to plan for tomorrow, but it will only be one flight. Something's come up that we got to make, and so I won't be able to get that second flight in tomorrow. So I hope Wolf Mod saying I was way off on my guess. Actually, you were probably closer than me, so. Yeah, I think the airline got us at 34 feet a minute, so I think we'll go with that one. So, folks, enjoy your night. Get your French toast supplies ready, your eggs, your bread, your milk. Snowmageddon's coming, so get ready for it. God bless you all. Hey, have a great night. We'll see you again tomorrow.
All right, gentlemen, I'm going to hop